Hello, this is Sophia, and welcome to Philosophy with Sophia. Today, I wanted to talk about Stoicism. This is an ancient Greek philosophy. It was founded around the 3rd century BC by a philosopher named Zeno in Athens. Stoicism is a system of personal ethics, and these ethics are influenced by the system of logic and the views on the natural world that are part of Stoicism. So Stoics believe that the path to happiness can be achieved by following a few points. These points are accepting what we've been given in life, not allowing ourselves to be controlled by our desire for pleasure or our fear of pain, using our minds to understand the world around us, doing our part in nature's plan, and being fair to those around us. So some of these sound kind of strange, like to do our part in nature's plan. Oh, what does that really mean? But overall, they're pretty simple points. It seems like it'd be easy to do those. Of course it is, and otherwise it wouldn't really be a philosophy. Everyone would just do these things and then there wouldn't be a need for a philosophy. And obviously not everyone agrees with these things as being the path to happiness. They also believed that emotions resulted in errors of judgment and that they were only destructive. So they didn't really think that like having a strong reaction to things was helpful, which is why one of the points was, to just go with the flow and sort of take what's given to you and be happy in that. They also thought the best indicator of someone's philosophy was how they behaved, not what they said. So I guess that's probably the originator of the phrase actions speak louder than words, which in some cases is true, but in some cases really isn't. I've always had a problem with that phrase. Anyway, that is an issue for another time. They had a somewhat radical view for the time, I would say. Although it's not really that radical of a view. Radical would be in quotation marks, but you can't see my hands, so you cannot see that I was putting radical in quotation marks. But anyway, the views were that only a sage can be truly happy, and also that all moral corruptions are equally vicious, so there's no corruption that's worse or better than another. Basically, if you do bad things, you're just as bad as anyone else. It doesn't really matter the level of them. At least that's what they believed. It was popular in the Roman Empire. There were a couple key philosophers from that time, like Marcus Aurelius was actually one of the emperors of Rome, and he believed in Stoicism. Or I guess you wouldn't say believed in because it's not like a religion, but he thought it was pretty cool, and he followed that way of life. Seneca and Cicero are two other philosophers who were also from the Roman Empire, and Cicero is the one who came up with the idea of humanism to begin with, so that was a really major thing in the Renaissance, and a lot of people read Cicero in the Renaissance. So he probably helped a lot of philosophers that were around in the Renaissance times and sort of helped the movement of humanism in that time. Without him, maybe it would have been different. So thanks, Cicero. Seneca did say, to mankind, mankind is holy, which is something a humanist would say, because humanism is the idea that focusing on the individual is good and we should focus more on the individual. Basically they're yeah, we're pretty chill, so gods are cool, but also men are pretty chill too. That's basically humanism. But then Stoicism declined in about the 4th century when Christianity became the state religion in the Roman Empire and probably the Byzantine Empire too. I think the Roman Empire was kind of close to or falling apart at that time. But there have been some revivals of it, in the Renaissance, for example, which makes sense because humanism was a big thing in the Renaissance, and in the modern era, there have also been revivals of Stoicism. So, again, it's still around today. I think, maybe under different names, but I'm sure there are people who believe in these points that the Stoics had. even if they don't exactly say that they're a Stoic themselves. But you can see traces of it still in the language, like in the expression Stoic calm, which is which is used to describe someone who is like super calm in the face of a trying time or something like bad happening, which is how the Stoics would have behaved, because they thought that you should just, you know, take everything as it came and go with the flow. Yeah, that's a short overview of Stoicism. I'm sure there's a lot more about it. If you're interested, you should probably look it up, because I would have to make like a 200-year-long video if I wanted to talk about these philosophies in depth. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.